Thank you. Thank you. Great to be here. Thanks to Kroger. It's been a great event. Appreciate you sponsoring this and all your generous support. Congratulations to all the honorees. I don't know how Charlie feels, but Frank and Joe, where you at? I need you. Yeah, I know you guys look pretty good. Charlie's got a pretty good team coming back. We need a little work, so let's see if you guys could play a few quarters for us. But I'd like to congratulate Coach Strong. He's done a great job here at Louisville. Look forward to this rivalry. Look forward to playing him this year. He's done a great job, and we're excited about what we're doing at Kentucky. So good things are happening. A lot of excitement. Appreciate the support, Governor. Great to see you here. Thanks for your support. Appreciate all those nice buildings. They're going to take place down in Lexington. So, just everything's going good. Recruiting's going well. Coaches are working hard. So, again, we know we got a long way to go. So, thank you. Any questions? Yeah. You learn the most from events like this, from fans, just the players. I've been in big rivalry games, and you could just pick it up just from events like this, really.
What's your sense from the jobs you've been at, with Arizona State, Florida State, how important is maintaining that rivalry? It's become difficult with scheduling and stuff.
Well, it's very important. I was very fortunate. Up till this past year, I spent some time in Florida, just like Charlie, and been at, coached at Miami and at Florida, South Florida, and I want to say I was 10-0 or 11-0 or something like that going into these rivalry games in Florida, which is a pretty big deal. Up until this last year, the Gators got us, so that was the first loss. So very important. Very important. A little bit added to that week with your preparation, a little chip on your shoulder. So certainly it's important.
Take stock of your team. What do you like about it so far? You talked about you doing a lot of it.
Well, what I like about the team really most is their attitude, their eagerness to learn. They've been working exceptionally hard this summer. They were very eager in the spring. It was mass confusion at times trying to teach them, the new defense, new offense, new system. So when 15 practices, it's really hard to get a gauge for where they're at. So we'll see the work they did on their own this summer. Obviously, our strength and conditioning coaches are allowed to be there and training them. And from what I'm hearing, great things are happening on that front. But the players need to get out on their own and throw and learn the defense some more and the offense and all that. So we'll see how much they progress through the summer.
The short-term challenges, what would some of those be for you?
Well, depth is a big thing. Depth is a big issue, and we need to continue to recruit. We need to continue to develop the players we have.
What have these last few weeks sort of taught you about the added responsibilities of being the head coach? They're so much different than
Yeah, it is very different. The first time going through all these things, first time at this event. Yesterday I was at, sorry I couldn't make the event last night, but I was at in Bristol at the ESPN car wash, and that was a great experience. The SEC Media Days is something that I don't know if you could ever get prepared for that. Just very large event, and so just things like that, and it's managing your time, finding the time to get in there with your coaches and with your players. I know Coach and I just talking a little bit, we're both going to be ready to get in there with our coaches and with our team and get on the football.
Coach, have you given any thought to playing Louisville in the first game of the season when the game's played?
Have I what?
Have you given any thought to playing Louisville the first game of the season when the game's played?
I'll talk to the administration about that. We've generally like to play them after we get a few games under our belt, so game 2, game 3, somewhere in there. And I think with all the conference scheduling issues that are going on within the SEC, we may not have a lot of say in that either. So,
Mark, you said yesterday on SportsCenter that I think specifically defensively, you guys want to be really good at one thing. Have you found what that one thing?
Well, the question, I don't know if you heard the whole question, but just talking about where we're at as a program, and before you could take 2 or 3 steps, you got to lay that foundation, and that's where we're at as a program, and that's where we are at as a defense and an offense. So, my belief as a defensive coordinator was was becoming good at something, having those players understand who you are. And then obviously you need to grow from there and tweak things and change things up and all that. But yeah, that's true.
What do you have recruit? You've all been so successful. We can't talk about specific recruits, but what have recruits? What have they been the most excited about? What has helped you kind of keep that ball rolling?
Well, I think it's, there's several things, but I believe the SEC carries a big stick. I believe the players are very interested in playing in the SEC. I think it's kind of neat that we're the furthest school north to be able to play in the SEC. I think that helps. I think the fan base in our community helps. I mean, the Big Blue Nation has been phenomenal. The support that they've shown, it helps. Our administration and the commitment that we have. The commitment that we have from the governor's office and so on, from the renovations that are going to take place, was needed, and people are excited about that. I like to believe people are excited. The recruits are excited about the coaching staff that we have in place. The assistant coaches are working around the clock and doing a great job of building relationships with those players.
You touched on the facilities. What makes that so important for the players at the image?
Well, it was needed. It was time. Our facilities are adequate to win some games, but to the level that we want to take our program to, they were needed. So the stadium needed, some work, and certainly our football complex does as well.
Your staff has turned some heads in their ability to recruit as they have. Have you been surprised with the response you've gotten from the kids?
Well, to some extent, yes. I mean, I knew what we were going to do and what our plan was, and I knew we had a very aggressive staff that was going to beat the pavement recruiting, and I felt very good about the product and recruiting to Kentucky. And when we talked about the job, there were no guarantees. I said, we'll win with the facilities we have. We'll recruit with the facilities we have. And if it happens, if the changes happen, then great. But we were ready to meet that challenge right from the start. But to some extent, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Mark, Charlie, you talked about, Charlie said his first year as head coach, you try to please everybody, accommodate everybody that first year, and you sort of learn to say, have you already, having had some head coach brothers to guide you, have you already sort of tried to say no to some things, and how do you manage not wearing yourself?
Yeah, I think it's a great point, and yes, I could see the need to say no, because you want to get out so much. You appreciate all the people that support you in all corners of the state, in all communities, and you want to get out and you want to give back to them and just give them some exposure to yourself and to your program. But there is a balance there, because I've been a defense coordinator for a long time, and I'm getting anxious to get in that room and be in there, for long periods of time and to help this team win some games. So I think there is an adjustment there, and there is a time when you have to say no, and I hope people understand that, because it's time to put your kids, put your program, put your players in the best position to be successful, to win games.
Coach, do you actually play Yahtzee at all?
Absolutely. What do you think we're so excited about on Twitter? That's absolutely, we play Yahtzee. Yeah. I'm pretty good, but Coach Morrow, he's kind of the best at the Yahtzee.
What's some major takeaways from coaching in the ACC?
People in the back, please be quiet so we can hear up here. Thank you very much.
What I've learned in the ACC, well, just a different style of football. Obviously, what's good about being in another great conference like the ACC is you get a lot of different styles of play, offensively, defensively. You got to be prepared each week. And I learned some great things from Coach Fisher in the structure that he had at Florida State as well.
With changing conferences, conference schedules changing, how important is it to preserve this rivalry on the schedule?
Oh, I think it's very important. It's important to everybody. We all enjoy the rivalry, and we all embrace the rivalry, and it's very important. I know how important it is to the people of this state. With that being said, I can't control things. Even, our administration fights to keep some things in perspective as far as scheduling goes in the SEC. But if they expand, I don't know. I mean, we'll see where that goes. But it's awfully difficult now to play 9 SEC games. So we'll see where that goes.
A very successful defensive coordinator in Florida, waiting his time. Do you see similarities between maybe you and Coach Strong? And when he had that success, was that maybe a positive thing for you?
Yeah, I do. I do. I appreciate the work that Charlie has done. I've watched him. I've known him for some time. I think we are similar in certain ways. Defensive background, enjoy coaching, enjoy getting in there, getting dirty, and coaching our guys. And I don't know. I can't speak for Charlie, but people I know probably that's where we're most comfortable, getting in there and coaching and working that way. But yeah, I do.
Josh has his second season-ending injury. In your program, what do you do to make sure, keep his spirits up, make sure he doesn't feel isolated?
Yeah, that's very difficult. I just spent some time with him the past couple days and saw him this morning before we came over here, and he's in good spirits, and he's working hard. It's just a shame for him and our program because he really looked good and did some good things in the spring. But really just feel for him and all the hard work that he's done to get himself back in shape. And he was really had some good weight on him and it was really running well. And just feel for him, but he'll be embraced by this staff and by our team, and he'll be a big part of it even though he can't play.
One more from Coach Stoops.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, I know it came out about the suits before the game and all that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of changes. Have the players themselves come up to you and been like, Coach,